So we knew it was going to be tough, but we also had the confidence that we were going to go in and do our best and win, and it didn't go that way. We lost all 8 games.
Came in for preseason, and not a lot of us put in the work over the summer, yet we expected to perform just as well as we did last year.
Some players would, I know, struggled more than others. So it just personal battles going on, and but just corporately as a team, we just refused to let our vision go. We all felt like it was necessary just to have a get real meeting, and we felt like it would be best if the coaches weren't part of that, just so that the players could just look each other in the eye and be real with each other. And
it was just kind of a very honest meeting that we had, and no one held back anything. Basically everyone went around in a circle and said what they thought needed to change and what they could work on personally and what we could work on as a team.
And once we decided to kind of come alongside each other, that completely changed the rest of our season. It wasn't a matter of, you're failing here, you need to work on this. It was a matter of, I know you're struggling here, what can I do to help you? And coming together as a team, I think that made all the difference.
Where we started laying down our lives for our teammates, that's when I think everything started to shift.
And I think once we had that wind behind us of just everybody's encouraging everybody, we're all on the same page, like that gave people purpose, knowing that they're playing for the team, and that no matter what, if you miss a pass or if you mess up, you're still here for a reason, and you still have your team beside you, win or lose.
So I think it just clicked that night that we knew we were better than how we'd been playing and that we could win games.
And I knew from that point forward things were going to be different.
We're on that field, and you look around and you see your teammates, and you're playing for each other, and then when you think that you have no more, and you can look around, you can look to the girl next to you, and you can see that she's running that sprint that you think you can't, and you're like, you know what, it's not just us playing, it's God. It's not on our own strength at all. There's so much more if we look to Christ and if we use His strength instead of just our own.
We ended up winning our next 6 games, I want to say, and then won a playoff game and then made it to the conference championship game.
So we played Concordia in the championship game, and we all came out really confident but nervous at the same time, and we scored first within like 20 minutes, I think.
We were fighting for each other, we were fighting for our coaches, we were fighting for ourselves, we were fighting for God. We were just doing everything that we could, leaving it all on the field and not having any regrets.
Everyone was really excited, and then we just battled it out until the end, and they snuck a goal in at the very end of the game. And so we were tied, and so we went into overtime, and they ended up scoring in golden goal overtime, which was the worst possible scenario. So we were 10 minutes away from going to the national tournament.
Oh, the championship.
Well, when it finally ended, I think you could just see the tears welling up in everybody's eyes just because of what a roller coaster the season has been. After it set in that we had just lost and we watched the other team get their trophy and stuff, we all rallied up and we all came together in a circle, put our arms around each other, and we just got to look at each other. But we got to kind of look back at the whole journey that we'd been on and just knowing that we did it together. And it was sad, but it was a time that we were like, wow, yes, it's over, but we achieved so much more than people ever thought we would.
Coming to Northwest, it was not only am I playing for the uniform, and I'm completely proud to wear my NU uniform, but Aaron and Anya totally introduced me to this fact that God gave me this ability to play soccer, and my form of worship is to glorify Him in everything I do, including soccer.
So when I first met Hannah, it was just apparent right from the get-go that she was strong in body, just an excellent soccer player, and that friendship began and started to hang out and grab coffee and go to church, and and just naturally get to know each other. And I told Hannah what I tell all my recruits is, hey, I know I want you to come to Northwest for sure, but I also know that God has a specific destiny for your life, and if that's to attend Northwest, awesome, I'll be pumped. But if it's not, I'm going to fully support you either way. And so that conversation just naturally prompts the deeper questions about faith. And so I just said to Hannah, hey, here's the deal. Jesus is the center of everything we do at Northwest. And I just want to better understand where you're at with Jesus.
And at that point, I really didn't know very much at all about Jesus or anything. And Aaron just told me that it doesn't matter how much you know or anything like that. It's just that knowing that in your heart that that's what you want, and making the decision to follow him, and that making that choice for your life. And so we kind of just ended that conversation, and I was at home that night reflecting, just in my room and thinking about everything we talked about. And I made the decision that night that I wanted to follow Jesus and have him be the leader of my life.
And just here we are 4 years later, and I've had the chance to see Hannah's growth and maturity over the last 4 years, and it's just been exceptional. And just her coming here strong physically and a talented soccer player, but now leaving here strong in her spirit and soul, and just wanting God's will for her life. And I trust that that's going to carry her just all the days of her life on earth and ultimately into eternity.